Ohio will vote on issue number 1 this November 7th, which is a constitutional amendment guaranteeing the right to abortion. This is a bad amendment and we should reject it because it will authorize the taking of innocent life. I want to give you 6 reasons to vote no on issue 1. First, issue 1 is a constitutional amendment. This is not a piece of legislation that's going to be passed in our state legislature. It's an amendment to our state constitution, which makes abortion a constitutional right, putting it virtually beyond the reach of judicial review. Second, issue 1 allows minors to obtain abortions without parental consent or notification. The wording of the amendment says this: every individual has a right to make and carry out one's own reproductive decisions. This includes any girl of any age. So any pregnant girl of any age could kill her unborn baby and her parents would not have a say in the matter. The abortionist would not even be required to notify them of a surgical procedure that would be performed on their daughter. Third, issue 1 legalizes the exploitation of minors. This amendment's language of reproductive decisions and reproductive freedom is intentionally vague, allowing it to apply to any and every decision regarding one's sexuality. The scope of these reproductive decisions has no specified limits, which would effectively smuggle the LGBTQ activist agenda into our state constitution. Fourth, issue 1 legalizes abortion of full-term babies, and the amendment uses clever wording to accomplish this. So late-term abortions could be obtained if the doctor claims it is necessary to protect the pregnant patient's life or health. And the word health there is vague and undefined. So if the mother feels anxious, a doctor could legally claim her mental health would be affected and therefore sign off on a late-term abortion for this reason. Fifth, issue 1 doesn't consider the unborn baby's right to live. The amendment is called the right to reproductive freedom. Now, human rights can only be granted by the God who created us, not by politicians or governments. And unborn children are created in God's image, and they have the right to live. Issue 1 violates that baby's right to live, and it grants mothers and doctors the legal right to kill them. This is a grave injustice, and we should do everything we can to oppose it. Number 6, as voters, we are directly responsible for the outcome of this election. If issue 1 passes, those who vote in favor will be complicit in the murder of innocent children. And there will be no politician or Supreme Court justice to blame. We will only have ourselves to blame. We will have enshrined a right to commit violence against babies into our state constitution. Essentially, we will have blood on our hands, and we will answer to God for that. The Bible says it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. If we vote in favor of issue 1, we will be inviting God's judgment on our state. Therefore, I urge you, vote no on issue 1.